Look, it's really dark in here. Hold on. Let me fix the light. Okay, the light was off and the balance, the light was physically off and the white balance was not correct. Now it's fixed. So I should look fine. Okay. Hello, Snake, you've been loving Jirax? I don't know what they do. Not since very, very, very long ago. Hello, Sam. Yeah, Snake, you could have taken first. I know my redeems are not quite in order, but first is in there. We should be live on YouTube. Says yes. Says excellent connection. My bitrate is good. Everything seems good. I hope everything's good. Hi, Sam. Okay, so we've got the tier list. So I need to move some things out of the way. Put you guys over there. Are we playing more going first 10-5 today? Damn! Possibly. Probably not. Okay. So. We got that. Okay. Welcome, Master Duelist, to the Master Duel Dojo. We have a new month, we have a new set, we have new cards, we have a new best deck. So that means we need to restructure our whole tier list. So let's take a look. I'm probably going to play the brand new deck. Okay, so this was last month's tier list from August with the new decks added. So take a good look. Go watch my last video if you want any explanation, because... Boop. Goodbye, cards. So here we are. Oh, man. Okay, I did put the new stuff at the end. Okay, so we're going to start with the new stuff. So the way... brand new deck is going first, Tenpai. Sam! Untrue. Going first, Tenpai. So that would be something like Fiendsmith Tenpai, and I don't have it on here. So, who was it? Snake said that he is liking Jirax, and I've yet to hear this efficacy, but I will hear it out. So how I have it is where the majority of players of this deck will be centered, and kind of a mix of how far will the deck carry you if you are not good. If you can play your deck to a like moderate competency, how far will you get on the ladder? So we're going to start with the new stuff. Everyone wants to hear. I'm just going to pull these up because everyone wants to hear about these. These are the new cards. I have them down here in casual match because I want them separate. So we're just going to start with Ryzeal. And I don't think that you want to go first. I'm not sure. I'm not sure Tenpai wants to go first. So Ryzeal is quite an easy deck to play. But I honestly think if you... It's somewhere in Master. Hi, Leon. I'm not sure where Ryzeal will carry you, because Ryzeal also gives you the opportunity to get blown out, and a better duelist will poop on you. But that said, I think Ryzeal is undoubtedly one of the best decks, and I can't not put it at the top. The way the stats bore out is that Malice actually was not one of the winningest decks, but I think that is ladder issues and decks over-targeting for Malice, and now that I think Ryzeal is out, you cannot freely main deck Droll, and you cannot freely main deck Lancia. So where is my Malice? So Malice is right here next to Ryzeal. So here we are. These two are the best, and Droll beats Ryzeal and does next to nothing to Malice. Lancia beats Malice, does next to nothing against Ryzeal. And so this is where I messaged my mods, and I asked them, is best of one actually more skillful? Because the best of three allows you to adjust your deck, and you can build a plan, and you can make the choice to sacrifice the going first. So hypothetically, you can make your deck targeted for Ryzeal, game 1, and then build in the side deck the options to beat Malice games 2 and 3. Of course, you still play out game 1 against Malice, but you are targeting Ryzeal because you're expecting it to be more of the meta, hypothetically. So yes, this is the skill though. So in something like best of 3 where you have a side deck, you have the flexibility and ability to change and adapt your plan based on what you've given yourself. So you can decide to adjust your plan. In best of 1, or at least decks in formats without a sideboard, there is no adjusting. If you have Duster in your deck, you have a chance to draw Duster against every matchup. And so I think that accurately identifying the correct no side deck is more difficult and takes actual more skill than finding the best of 3 side deck. But the side deck still takes a lot of labor, and people are unwilling to do that labor, and that's why they say it's hard. So, in Master Duel, ladder specifically, where we have no side deck, you pick one deck and you're playing it over and over and just jamming games. Ryzeal and Malice are going to be the best 2. We've got to see who ends up being better. Ryzeal is a little better, supposedly, at going second, but both are very, very competent decks. And I don't find that either particularly struggle to play into things, but X'd is kind of a messed up card. X'd and Cross, like, they're literally unfair cards. But both of these are definitely at the top. Okay, Speedroids. I've never seen a Speedroid duelist that's not just, like, having fun. I don't know where I'd put them. I couldn't even tell you what they do, because this is one of those decks that they lose to everything. So I don't think you're going to see many Speedroid duels. Honestly, the same for Jirax. They lose to everything, and yeah, if they do their thing, like, they win, but that's true of every deck, otherwise it wouldn't exist. Like, you're trying to do whatever your thing is. It's how efficient is that thing. And Jirax is not going to carry you and should not pick it up if you expect wins. Fables by itself, I couldn't tell you. I know nothing about Fables. I know the new Fabled card itself is good. It's a Synchro level 10 Light Fiend, so you can turn it into Fiendsmiths. And if you can then get it back on the board, it is a quick effect steal, which is very good. So the Fabled card is good. No, Fabled Levy, Level Bolos or whatever. The Synchro, the new Synchro, that I dismantled 3 or 4 of. Hello, Mashingero. And then 6 Samurai, I don't know how actual good they are. We've got to see, because we have Perulia, Fualos. Meows doesn't affect Samurai, but Maxi, Fua, Puru all affect 6 Samurai quite a lot, but we have 3 Gateway. Gateway is another messed up card. Like, Gateway is not a fair card. So I want somebody to do the rigor and actually cook with 6 Samurai, because I think it has potential to be very good. Unfortunately, I can't tell you what any of those things are, but the makings of an insane deck are there. But what actually it does, I couldn't tell you, because you can go in too many different directions. Just got decked out to a 6 Samurai deck. So yes, so see, I said Puru, Fua, and Maxi are a problem, but Gateway also provides infinite loops, where you can summon Keyzon infinite number of times and just deck your opponent out. Just like, oh, here you go, goodbye, no more cards. And that's not even including, like, so another thing you can do that you don't have time to do in Master Duel is Trishula Enter Blathnir loops, and that is banish all of your opponent's cards in hand, field, deck, and graveyard. That everything. You can banish all of their cards, 100%. I don't think you can banish their extra deck, but you can banish their whole deck and then pass turn. But you can stop at banishing their whole hand with multiple disruptions. I have one Lord Shien, and I've got triple Gateway, so maybe we'll play 6 Samurai at some point. Okay, so those are the new decks, plus Malice. And let's go back in time. Argo Stars. So, Argo Stars is a deck, and I think it is... So, again, Platinum to Diamond is the point where I see as a tipping point. Platinum is the maximum of, like, casual decks, of, like, people's actual rogue decks. Diamond is where people's floodgates are... where... Not necessarily floodgates, but the Diamond is where the strength of the deck is carrying the player, and they are losing to setups like Detonator Plugin Cross, because they can't play through that. So I think Argo Stars is below Diamond tier. You can get to Platinum with it, but Argo Stars will not carry you itself. Mermail, I think, is another very, very high tier deck. It is quite difficult to hate out. Abyss Dweller is gone. So people think that this is a hit to Mermail. This is a buff. Dweller being gone is a buff, because we still have Bahamut Shark. We still have Kragan. So Bahamut Shark is insane combo value, and Kragan is a pseudo floodgate, but it's also just Ring of Destruction. So, like, no, it's not a lingering floodgate that doesn't allow your opponent to play. But Kragan is still a problem, and Mermail has the flexibility to create in its game plan that you don't have to even make Kragan. You can make another option instead of Kragan. You can make Alacia. You could make many, many other things on the end board there. And Mermail can still take many of your cards. So I think Mermail is a top contender. Like, Mermail is very respectable. The problem with Mermail, and this is actually bringing it down for me. I'm going to put it ahead of 6 Samurai, though, because Mermail is a proven strategy, is that it requires its pilot requires two things of its pilot: to know the lines and be able to adapt when something doesn't go right, and also to identify what lines and paths they want to take. So let me show you two things. So the difference between playing either Coral and Donna versus the white auras is huge. It looks like two cards different in the extra deck, with the main deck the same. But that is very, very far from true, because what they do is incredibly different, and they don't function the same at all. The way that these are used is that you stack your deck with Minstrel, Coral draws whatever you stack, usually Dragoons or Prince, and then Donna will either completely rip that last card, the third card you take with Minstrel, or it will get you another thing to keep playing further. But they don't work under Droll. And these, the white auras, do work under Droll, and they change the whole game plan, but they also change the whole game plan. So you can't just sub in Donna and Coral Dragon lines for those two lines, because they function completely differently. You're going to take a different path. And I think identifying what path they should take hurts a lot of players, or not being able to identify hurts them. Okay, Blue Eyes, Poggies, Woggies. I think Blue Eyes is also one of the best decks. I think it is very easy to play, and it is, I think, legitimately not hard to learn how to play Blue Eyes very well. So Blue Eyes is split between, like, but Blue Eyes goes honestly at every single spot in the tier list because it's Blue Eyes White Dragon. People love Blue Eyes. They love to play it terribly. And I'm going to leak Sam's DMs here real quick. Let me find it. We were talking about Ryzeal. Hold on. Okay, so Sam asks me, this is an awful list, right? And he sends me this screenshot. So he met this opponent on ladder. And I want you all to look at it. Please look at it. He is only on 2 Blue Eyes. So that's good. He's on double Ancient Stone. Master's not so egregious. 1 copy of Effect Veiler. Double Dictator of D. 3 Neo Kaiser. Only 2 Ether. 1 Veiler, 2 Ether could be considered budget, but he's at 51 cards. So this isn't like I'm replacing them with something else. This is like, I have no idea what I'm doing. Alternative Dragon and Spirit are in here. There's 2 Jet Dragons, Chaos Max, Reborn, and 1-for-1. 1-for-1 is kind of like acceptable, but it's not played. Don't play 1-for-1. I think Bingo Machine Go is complete bogus. Some people swear by it. I think it's bogus. Synchro Rumble is Joker mode. 3 full copies of Roar. 1 Advanced Ritual Art. What are you doing with this? How are you getting it? What is searching for Advanced Ritual Art? You're just going to naturally draw it in 51 cards? I don't believe it. Only 2 loads. Don't want to go too heavy. 2 copies of Ultimate Fusion. So what are you doing with 2 copies of Ultimate Fusion? Tyrant, you don't need to make with Ultimate Fusion because you're going to use Wishes. There's 3 copies of Wishes here. So, Tyrant is set. We have both Ultimates in here because you're going to equip 1 to make Tyrant. But if you're equipping 1 to make Tyrant, you should be equipping the other and then using Ultimate Fusion to make Magia. This is searchable. Everything in the deck is super searchable. You don't want to draw it. Cut it down. 2 Drill Beam is fine. This is fine. You're missing Purges. There's absolutely no dark... Okay, Dictator of D. Dictator of D is the only monster that conflicts here. And Supernova. Dictator Supernova is all that conflicts here. And then 2 copies of True Light. Why do you need 2 copies of True Light? And this... I haven't talked about the extra deck at all. That Hope Harbinger is here. 1 copy of Link Spirit. And that is not even the worst Blue Eyes list I've seen. That one is like, I would rather play that list than many of the other lists I've seen. Blue Eyes belongs at every single point on the tier list, but if you build an actual competitive list, Blue Eyes is top tier still. Thank you. Okay. Branded. Branded is very good. And it suffers only slightly some collateral damage of both Droll and Lancia, whichever one people are playing. But Branded can manage to play through both. And it is the type of deck that... So I would advise new players to play Branded. You get the Fallen of Albaz or Albaz Strike structure deck. You can play it. And it's honestly quite an easy deck to play once somebody shows you the Albion Lubellion, Bestial Lubellion, Mirror Jade combo. It's quite an easy deck to play with nearly infinite ceiling and room for growth. And so I think Branded is, unless something notably changes, I think Branded is going to be one of the best decks for a very long time. For some reason, every time I play Blue Eyes player in ranked, they have some weird BS going on. Yes, I don't know why. Blue Eyes players have some crazy ideas, and if they just didn't play bullshit, they would do much better. Hello, Otaku. Okay, Centurion. I'm just dragging things to the middle because I don't know where they go. Centurion, I think, is a low master diamond deck because it gets pushed out by these other better decks a lot of the time. I think Centurion will get you very, very high, so I'd either put it at the bottom of Master or the top of Diamond, and Diamond is going to get crowded, so we'll put it at the bottom of Master here because it is a competent deck. It just has some weaknesses in its plan. Okay. Infernoble, I'm going to put down in casual match, because if you can play Infernoble, it's quite good. But if you don't know how to play Infernoble, it is one of the worst decks you can possibly play. It is so easy to mess up and end on 0 disruption if you don't know what you're doing. So I'm just going to slap it way down here. I think its actual position is probably better than Centurion if you're playing it to maximum efficiency, but it still has weaknesses to common hand traps that are hard to beat. And I'm personally a fan because Dolphin is a hand rip. I'm a big fan of hand rips. You should place Branded and Mermail to rating. So I think that they have a higher ceiling than Blue Eyes. This is true. And operating at maximum efficiency, yes, I think Branded and Mermail are both better than Blue Eyes. But I think Blue Eyes has such a high consistent floor that it's very frustrating to play against. And it is difficult to meaningfully disrupt all of their disruptions. So for the top rated decks last season, you missed it. You'll have to go to youtube.com/@MasterDuelDojo and watch the last video, or check the link in the description below. I think it was just Malice. I had Malice and a couple other things. I had Malice, Materia Reactor. I can't remember. Go back and watch. So what are we doing now? Placing this. Okay. Chimera. Chimera is quite a good deck. And it is something real. But I find it struggles a lot when people understand what the deck is doing. So, like, part of Chimera's strength... Oh, the actual decks that topped. We can take a look at the actual rating decks. Is that what you mean? I see. Okay, so RBT was playing Malice. Yeah, a top branded Mermail player could beat basically every deck. Yes, you're correct, but I'm talking like this is across the board for general Master Duel Andes on advice of what they should pick up. Not everything played to the maximum, because most players are not playing maximally efficiently. Okay, so we had 2 different Malice lists. Snake Eyes is still here. 40 card Snake Eyes. We have Voiceless Voice and Blue Eyes. Another Blue Eyes list. Triple Nibiru. And remember, these lists do change throughout the season. So, yeah, whoever this is not playing this precise list the entire time. It's ladder. You're allowed to change your list at any time, and you should. If you're playing, for example, Artifact Lancia, and then you stop seeing Malice and you're losing to Ryzeal a whole bunch, switch that out. RJ played Malice with Allure and D-Shifter. See, and this is a change. So Lancia started as a 3-of, and then by the end, Shifter is in the list because there's decks other than Malice Mirrors. Melodious Pendulum. Pendulum Pile with Melodious. This is a Pen Schlop pile with Melodious. That's what these people were on. So Malice and Blue Eyes, Voiceless and Snake Eyes. Yeah, average. So, like, if you just follow Daru's spreadsheet and you know a couple of branded combos, you're going to do very, very well. Yeah, Mermel and Branded aren't in the top 10 rating duels, but that's not indicative of where it is. Crystron. I don't know where Crystron goes. Crystron is a very strong deck, but it honestly feels very, very fair to play and to play against. It doesn't feel absolutely nutso insano sicko mode. Like, it doesn't do anything crazy. And I'm not sure where to put it. It is a very good deck. It's definitely within the master range. And it is a deck that, like, if you force me to play it, I'm not unhappy to be playing it. It is strong enough, but it doesn't feel like it has that extra oomph to carry it through the high end of other decks and, like, the mid to high range of stuff like Ryzeal. Whereas I feel like Mermail, so, like, against full combo Malice or Ryzeal, I would rather play Mermail than Crystron. That's just my opinion. Okay. DDDs, I'm going to put in the same tier down here with Infernoble. I don't know where they actually go. And I see a lot of people playing them because they're cool. But I don't see anybody actually comboing with them. And they would need new tools. And I believe new tools are coming for DDD to be good. So for now, I'm just going to leave it down here and advise you not play it unless you're already a super fan. I think Crystron is bottom master because it suffers from some of the other top decks because they're weak to both the hand traps that are good against Malice. So Crystron has a high floor similar to Blue Eyes that they can set up. They can usually set up like Cluster Trist, but Cluster Trist by itself is not a ton of interaction. So I think it's either bottom of Master 1 pack or top of Master 5 pack. Ritual Beasts have completely disappeared. I've not seen any Ritual Beast duelists in a long time. Lancia existing is a problem. But Ritual Beasts can do anything they want. They can summon Colossus, they can summon Protos, they can play Dimension Shifter. I don't know where they go. I think they're in a similar zone, honestly, to something like Six Samurai, that it is underexplored on what they can do. Because they can set up blocks going first, they can play through Disruption, they can kill you going second, but nobody's exploring it. So I think it's very, very good and underplayed. But I wouldn't advise it because the floor is non-existent. It's a hole. Like, if you don't know what you're doing, the worst you can do is absolutely terrible and you mess up and you end on literally nothing. Heroes dead? I wouldn't exactly say that, but they're not good. I wouldn't say that Ritual Beast timer is a problem. I didn't have a problem with timer when I played Ritual Beast, but it is not a deck that is clear if you are unfamiliar with it. Exodia is one of the floodgate things, and this will carry you quite far. It will carry you easily to Diamond. Beyond that is coin tosses, because at mid-Diamond to Master is where opponents start to be able to become competent, and they can out your Exodia. So it's really coin flippy on winning the flip, drawing your Floodgate, and not getting your Floodgate destroyed. Okay, this is Bestial Fiendsmith, and I think this is another one of those decks that people are just absolutely dog water at being able to play. Like, people don't know how to play this deck, so it is non-existent, but I do think it is good, and it has game against everybody, but similar to Crystron, doesn't do anything inherently unfair, and it relies on a large amount of hand traps to be able to play. So if your hand traps that you draw don't line up, they don't do anything. Hello, Jimby. So this counter is not yet working. I've got the counters and brackets, but it's not fixed yet. For an average player, full power player, Ritual Beast combos are going to take Mako very low on time. Yes. So that's why it's like lower than I think it actually is. I think it is at least a bottom of master deck. But I have it lower than that because people can't play the deck. People time out on Blue Eyes. I've seen people literally time out and lose to the timer trying to execute summon Blue Eyes Spirit Dragon. Cash and casual match. It's not a mohawk. It's just a clip. My hair is just in the clip. Gate Guardian, we're not looking at. This is Fiendsmith Primite. I don't see it as meaningfully different than the Bestial version. I think the Fiendsmith version is slightly better. How do you time out on Blue Eyes? That's bronze behavior? Exactly. That's why I said Blue Eyes goes absolutely everywhere. Already promoted what? Fire King. Fire King is another deck that seems to have disappeared. We have the third Kieran, and the things it can do are the same. Like, that hasn't changed, but are seemingly less effective. So I think now it's probably top of diamond if you are playing it competently, either pure or with Snake Eyes. And you have to be very good, or it has to be positioned correctly for Fire King to do better. Okay, Gimmick Puppet. Gimmick Puppet is one of those other decks that you can either play it well and do very well, or you do terribly. I'm going to put it in Platinum. I'm actually going to move Ritual Beast and Chimera down because they have the same problem, that you can either play the deck well and do well, like very well, like very competently. Like, I'm scared to play against a competent Gimmick Puppet or Ritual Beast player. The problem is that Gimmick Puppets, from what I've seen, looks very draw dependent on did you draw the right cards to be able to play through your opponent's correct interaction. And if you did, you win, and if you don't, you lose. The 15th, what? The 15th I see Ulticana Hawk in the same turn. Oh, the I see, this person is, yes. Yes, you're very right. So if they activate, they're activating it a million times, you're right. Okay, Gladiator Beast has been proven to be a nothing burger deck. It exists. It can technically make plays. Same with Arcana Force. I don't even see that anymore. Arcana Force is gone. Gladiator Beast is not a real deck. It is a legal deck. It'd probably get you out of bronze, but you're better off investing your time into something else unless you just love Gladiator. Heroes is the same as this type of stuff. Would I rather play Gladiator Beasts or Fabled or X? I think Gladiator Beast. I think you're right. I think it is better than these two decks. So I put Hero here because Hero is often a like big fan deck. So if you want to play Heroes because you love Heroes, go for it. You can do very well with Heroes. But I don't think Heroes is going to carry you. You have to do a lot of work, and they are vulnerable to a lot of different things. So I'm putting it here in Platinum because whenever I see Heroes, I kind of cheer because it's not that difficult to play through their interaction. Like, I'm much more frustrated against something like Floodgate Exodia than Hero, despite them having Dark Law. And so me literally saying Dark Law does move them up, but their Floodgate is a monster, so you can just imperm it. So probably bottom a diamond. If you're a good hero player, it's very good, but that is true of everything. You can play Hidden by His Goals. Yeah, Chandra. One Chandra is here. I had a second Chandra. It's here. I had Pydra. I have Chandra and Pydra. Okay, so Cash is another one of these Floodgate decks. So these are just Floodgate decks that try to Floodgate. I think Exodia is the easiest to play. Tier FTK is in the same pile of, can you play it competently or not? So, like, really, that's what Platinum is to me. Like, can you play this competently and get out of Platinum? Or are you hard stuck there? Labyrinth becomes very, very dependent on knowing your interactions and what interactions you want to put in your deck and selecting for those. And then your deck has to draw the right interaction. Cash Fiend Smith Bestial is the crack. I'm not sure about that. I'm not sure it meaningfully changes the Bestial deck. Okay, Sundry's not here. So we can tell you that Materia Reactor is garbage and I've never seen anybody win a game with it. Materia Reactor seems legitimately decent. It has a lot of potential. But it seems like worse than these other Platinum decks. Like, it seems like a worse version of these with a lower ceiling. Like, maybe it can do a lot of things, but it requires more brain power, and it doesn't even, I think, arrive at the same level as these decks. MathMech has also disappeared, but I do think is real. Like, the things MathMech can do hasn't changed. They can still summon Terahertz, they can still super fac, get rid of all your cards, have a negate, they can still play through interaction, they can still kill you. It's just that the power of other decks have risen, pushing MathMech down. Memento, I would put in the same class as, like, Mermail. I don't see these as in different positions on the tier list. I think that played well and correctly with a metagame targeted list, Memento is as good as basically anything else. And I would be, if you forced me to play Memento, I'd be happy to learn the correct lines and play it. It is very tough to beat, and it can go second. And one of my favorite things is seeing Memento play through all of the disruption, activate Ugly Fish, summon the Fusion, summon the 5,000 guy, attack directly for 8,000. Or summon Big Guy, and machine gun all their monsters for big damage. I find Memento very fun to watch. And I actually think playing against it is a fun game. The Hand Trap War. Okay, where did White Forest go? Where are all the White Forest duelists? White Forest stands where everyone says White Forest is based have disappeared. White Forest and Snake Eyes are actually the same deck. They do the same things. They're not meaningfully different. And they use a lot of the same cards. They use Sinful Spoil, Diabell Star, Fiendsmith stuff to accomplish the same ends. So where are they? I think that the deck is still viable. Snake Eyes and White Forest. I think White Forest didn't get worse. Snake Eyes got slightly worse. And I think I'd still rather play either of these over these decks. All the White Forest people were dismantled to play Mallet. Yes, more people are on Droll. You're right. Okay, Mimighoul. I don't know what you're doing with Mimighoul. If you're playing Mimighoul, you're doing it because you like the theme, or you think the playstyle is, like, fun. Not because Mimighoul is a good deck. Because Mimighoul is not a good deck, and because of that, I'm taking it out of the tier list completely. Where would I put Mimigul if I were to rate it? Probably gold. I think it's much worse than these decks played to any level. But I think I'd rather play Mimigul than these, because Mimigul fits in other engines. So then you're just playing Keshtir or Fiendsmith, which is basically this deck up here. But the Mimiguls themselves are not good. Mimigul is Diamond. Mimigul is Casual Match. You're playing Mimigul because it's funny, because the theming is funny, or because the playstyle is funny. I've not seen Mimigul played because Mimigul is good. Mimigul is not good. Punk is good. Punk is above. It's either the best Platinum deck. I think Punk is next to Fire King here. Better than the Floodgate decks, but not very real. It is very, very, again, dependent on their draws and can they play through what their stuff is. You wouldn't think Fiendsnut is above Mirrorjade. It's not. Mirrorjade is Master 1. Fiendsmith stuff is down here at Master 5. Okay. Red Dragon Archfiend. Red Dragon Archfiend is not a good deck. It is something that will carry you to gold. It is not cracked. If you think Red Dragon Archfiend is cracked, I dare you to read the Ryzeal cards. We don't need to discuss more. Red Dragon Archfiend goes here. Rescue Ace, I think, is a... I don't know. Rescue Ace feels very similar to Labyrinth, and can you get your stuff picked up? So the way I have it set up and thinking about it is that these Platinum decks are, if you play them competently, they're very, very good, but will not carry you out. Red Dragon Archfiend can carry you to Platinum. You can learn a lot with Red Dragon Archfiend. You can learn so many different things. But you can learn so many different things with every deck. Red Dragon Archfiend is simple and cheap, but it is not strong. Any of these decks being played will beat Red Dragon Archfiend most of the time. So, yeah. Turbulence has... I don't know, because I haven't played Rescue Ace in a very long time because it's not competitive anymore. Same with Math Mech. But I haven't even considered Rescue Ace. Every time I look at it, I think, man, this is a fun deck. I love playing it. But it just doesn't put up enough. So I think that Rescue Ace goes down in Platinum. I think you're right. But because it doesn't do enough, it's not flexible enough, and it needs its interactions to be valuable for it to be good. Turbulence being negated is a separate issue, and it has ways around that. It can play Elf, it can play SP. There's things you can do other than blindly play Turbulence. And blindly playing Turbulence will get you a lot of wins, especially through the low ranks. Music has stopped, probably because we're on a copyright song that won't let me play it. Okay. Are you gay? I don't know where this deck goes. It reads unfair, and it's kind of like one of the FTK decks. And it can do a whole bunch of things. But I don't think the things it does are oppressive. It needs them to line up, because they read crazy, but then end up not actually doing very much. If you're playing Salad, you're an old school stan. That's why you play Salad. Sprite is washed. I don't know where to put it, but it's definitely washed. It's not a real deck anymore. I would not play it. I've tried to play it. It's not real. I'm sorry. Is Memento that good? Yes. Memento is that good. Six Samurai is yet to be seen, but I believe it has the potential. Sprite is gold. So I think Sprite will carry you farther than these decks because it is easy to play. And I think the boards it produces are like the weak boards it produces. So I'd rather play Sprite than most of these. And if we're ranking it, I'd put it below these two. I'd rather play either of these than Sprite right now. But I'm not going to pick... Like, it's Sprite over Red Dragon Archfiend every single day of the week. There's not a time where that's a consideration for me. But, like, would I rather play Tier FTK or Are You Gay over Sprite? Maybe. You want to see some Memento Goblin lists against Ryzeal? This is another Floodgate deck. It is the easiest to play, just pure stun. I'm going to put it behind Exodia. Pure stun is very good, and with enough coin flips, you will get as high as your time allows, because this is very, very coin flippy. Not much more needs to be said. If you want easy wins and not to play the game, stun is the game. Stun is the deck for you. Tearlaments. Tearlaments has fallen so much. Sprite is still gold. I think I'd rather play Sprite than Chimera. Tearlaments. I don't know where to put Tearlaments. It pains me. I think Tearlaments is along with these other Platinum decks that if you're very good and get lucky, Tearlaments is unbeatable. But you're playing Tearlaments now because you love Tearlaments, not because it's the best choice. You're playing it to feel something, not to win the game. Playing stun is amazing, comes with other problems on a more personal level. Tearlaments probably are Diamond, but the people playing Tearlaments now are old Tearlament stans. They're not people switching to Tearlaments because it's the best choice. And Tearlaments is not like gaining new duelists. It's all just stans. So yes, competitively, it probably belongs in Diamond. But Tearlament has gone the way of Salaman Great. That people love it, and you shouldn't be playing it today. Voiceless Voice. Voiceless Voice is very good. And it has a very, very high floor. And I think if you're going to play Voiceless Voice, sequenced... See, this is the thing. So, like, we have the floor and the ceiling of where the decks are. So sealing Voiceless Voice is insane, but sealing everything is insane. The floor of Voiceless Voice is much like Blue Eyes in that is quite strong. So I think Voiceless Voice, the same as Branded, will get you very high and win a lot of games without much thought. And the more you learn, the more insane the deck is. It looks similar to Ryzeal, not insane, but I think it is. Okay, Ubel. I don't know where Ubel goes. Ubel has disappeared. I've not seen any Ubel duelists other than Pride in the last several months. They've all disappeared. Everyone has switched to something else. So that makes me think that Ubel is down here in Stan tier, that only the super fans are still playing the deck. I think that Ubel is probably top of bottom master in actuality. I think of behind Crystron. I think Ubel definitely is a master deck, but Yubel is similar to Blue Eyes in that, like, people like to play absolutely heinous garbage. So Yubel goes down in the Stan territory with people are playing Yubel because they're fans of Yubel. And they want to keep doing that. Whether they like Yubel for its either anime or lore or other character stuff, or they like Yubel because it was competitive, very, very top tier, Yubel has fallen. Battle Wasps, I don't know. I don't know. We'll put it in gold for Sundry. We'll give Sundry the gold decks. They're down here. I couldn't tell you what Battle Wasps do. They've got one thing that can activate 7 times when it says it can activate twice. So they get to literally cheat. Tenyi, I haven't seen play at all. And they're very easy to mess up and, like, throw away your cards extra bad. Yes, Sam. Then we have both versions of Tenpai. I think that Breaker version is slightly better. Both are very good. And so now Sam brings up our trick point. We need to move something around. And so that will be that we will say Branded is terrible. We agree that Branded is very good. Branded is terrible. And Battle Wasp is too obvious. Something believable. Ritual. I need to move. Hold on. There we go. So this is our tier list. The best decks in the game right now: Ryzeal, Malice, Blue Eyes, Ritual Beast. These other decks are very, very good. Both versions of Tenpai, Memento, Mermail, Six Samurai, Voiceless Voice. And don't let me catch you playing any of these garbage decks anymore. And you'll have to go back and engage with the full discussion if you think that Branded Andes are not just casual standing their favorite deck, and their favorite deck has fallen from grace. It's literally in the name, Fallen of Albaz. The deck has fallen. It's not good anymore. I'm sorry, get over it. Awesome. Okay. I hope that I'm gonna timestamp that, and then people are gonna see that at the end. UML is good. You don't know that. So this is the whole discussion. We get to discuss what is good and what is not. Convince me that UL is better than it is. Okay, now I need to open up Master Duel, and we need to get the replays going. So do we have any fun replays today? Somebody told me they did. Maybe it was Otaku? But you see, if Detonator destroys Yubel, it turns into the next level up. Okay, in the description, and if you do !replay, there's a link to the Google form for the replays, where you can submit your replays if you miss me live, and I will watch them. They will be in the YouTube cut if they're funny. See you in Rating Duels? Sure, Jimby. Okay, so reopening Master Duel. Okay. Survey regarding gameplay. Let's take a survey. How do we feel about Master Duel? Are you enjoying dueling? I'm having fun. What do you think of the duel control? I think it's good. What do you think about dueling? What would you like us to add in future updates in 500 characters or less? What do we want to add Is there something other than Ban Maxi? I didn't hear about the gem bug. What about this gem bug? This sounds like a setup to a joke. I can't think of something specific I would want to change. Inherent, spell like that. So this is what I said. So the option to cancel an action before it's fully committed, such as summoning inherent summon when it's asking which position to put it in. The action hasn't happened yet, and I want to right-click no. So there was a gem bug. For a small period of time, people get the rewards for the Synchro Cup many times. Master allowed to do an emergency maintenance. Oh man, I missed it. Please select the mode you play the most. Ranked duel. I select multiple? Are you enjoying solo mode? I'm not having fun. Enjoying ranked duel. Yes. I wish solo mode was either more like puzzles or showed duelists actual good decks instead of trash garbage decks that trick them and then they get disappointed that the solo mode deck is actually terrible. Yeah, they normally penalize this type of thing. And they should. If there are any kinds of dual modes, events, or special rules you'd like to play with the future. You only did it for 3 times? What do you mean? You got all the gems? Is your account banned yet? Are there any kinds of dual modes or special rules? Okay. So is there any other type of dual mode? Magic Arena has a constructed ranking for all formats, and I say introduce a constructed ranking and let people play alternate formats like different time wizards and best of 3 with sighting. All of these formats could increase a duelist's total constructed ranking. Do you like the deck editor? Meh. I mean, I don't have fun with it. Do you find the deck editor deck screen easy to understand and use? Yes. To sort or manually position my cards, I want the mobile app to have a button, an option rather, option to export a screenshot of the entire deck at once rather than needing multiple screenshots. Sharing image of a deck. There we go. Took all your gems? Wait, so you had... So what happened? You have 0 gems on your account now, Jimby? We would like to ask you some question about the version update. When cards effects can't be activated, icons that include status, new display. What do you like of the intense version? The updates are all positive. I don't have any more suggestions. You have 24. Did you spend any of these gems? What's your overall satisfied? Um Dual room feels clunky. I just had a thought that I was like, that would be huge, and now I lost it. Oh, um, I know there's other logistics for unifying the formats, and that would be difficult, but it's not possible. Yeah, don't exploit. Okay, so the dual room feels clunky. I want Master Duel exclusive cards like Princess. They did it with Princess. Um, or and or TCG, OCG, and Master Duel to be on the same time schedule. So I know there's difficulties in getting the cards released and programmed for everything at the same time, but Magic manages. Don't tell me that Konami can't. There are other hurdles, and those hurdles cost money, but I think taking steps towards that would be huge for the game. So, like, I feel like they could introduce like a 3-year plan to get releases synchronized before you even like cross form. Like, they can keep the format separate. Like, they don't even have to like keep everything the same. But I want them to release the same stuff at the same time, even if there's exclusive. So if Japan gets this exclusive archetype first and the West gets the other one first, Konami's a small indie company. What are you talking about? I forget about this. I forget that it's a single guy in his garage. All right. We got 10 legacy packs for our valuable feedback. And then we have Synchro Cup. Okay, typical information. What was the thing? This? Like, did people claim this multiple times? Those are cool sleeves, honestly. Am I allowed to open these packs? Oh, wait. Oh, no. 805. That is also valuable feedback, Jimby. Okay, so no, I can't duel yet. What are the loaners? Let's look at them. Speedroid. Not gonna read these cards, honestly. Black Wings. Snooze. Tristron. With Title and Gamma Seal. That's funny. O-Lion. Jet Synchron. Okay. Legal Deck. Powered Insectron. Tenpai's Super Hit. Can I open these packs now, or will they yell at me? I don't know. Oh, this is another 2-card pack. All right, skip. I don't care. Okay, glad I didn't waste my time for this. Where there's a will, way there there's a don't slip, penguin brave, overmind. Okay, these are garbage. Why can't they make these packs, like, good at all? What's in here? Hydra's limited. Hydra and Genroku. They limited Fadra. What? Why? Fadra is limited. What does it look like? Oh, Dora's limited. I was going to say play more Dora. This is funny. And obviously no links. 1-1. So then maybe it's Sky Striker version. They left Maxi legal, though, for Synchro event. We might Tenpai. I don't know. What Synchros do I have? Mathmex. Red Dragon Archfiend. Sword Soul. Six Samurai. Well, you can still play engages. You can still play engages and like widows and stuff. Like the Sky Striker cards are still good. You just don't play Hornet drones. Like you just don't go super plus. Tenpai is allowed in Synchro Cup. All of the Tenpai cards are limited though. Okay. All right. Nobody has any replays. Nobody wants me to look at anything. White Forest or Centurion Tenpai? I don't have either of those. Hi, Billy. It is time for Replays with Dojo, the part of the show where Dojo comes out and watches a funny replay. Going first, Tenpai. Okay, bottom replay from Snake. I don't know if Snake is my friend. Snake is down in gold. Playing against Ryzeal. All right, this is Jirax. So now we get to see what Jirax do, besides explode. All right. He passed with literally nothing. Have you read Misk? Get Max Seed. That's really rough. That feels so bad. Max Seed, called by Lancia. Okay, destroy the foolish. Summon. What? What is happening? Destroy a card. Send a dino from deck to grave. Then summon Jirax, whose total level equals the sent monster's. Okay. And dino lock. Okay. So it's super Lone Fire. Possibly gets ashed. Alo tags out. Summon this guy. Have you read Misk? We will not be wiped out by a meteor. Okay, let's read Astero for the first time, because I just dismantled mine, no problem. If this is Synchro summoned, set one Jirax spell trap from your deck or grave. Okay, good effect. Provided there are good Jirax spell traps. Once per turn, when your opponent would special summon a monster, banish 2 dinos, negate summon, destroy that. Oh, once per turn. It's not once per... It's not hard once Astero. So if you have multiples, you can do that multiple times. But that's cool. During your opponent's turn, banish 2 Jiracs from your graveyard. Special summon a meteor from your synchro summon it. Including this card. So if Astero is in the graveyard, you can summon Meteor. And I think Meteor, Jimby, or no, Snake. I'm sorry, Jimby. Snake! What are you doing to 3 meteors in here? Okay, impact is if you control a big dino, destroy everything. You use all 3 meteor turn 1? Is this true? Okay, normal summon sword, impermanent, plug in. So what did he have? Because he had combo. Okay, node for X. Alo gets to meteor. Boom. And reborn Alo. Summon sword bass. What? Okay, here goes Misk for 4. Oviraptor. UCT. Set this, sure. This. Was that a tribute summon? That was a tribute summon. Nice, you beat up a gold Ryzeal player. Alright, let's look at this one first. Was it the replay? Was it where you played not flu stuff? Like it was like a big synchro pile? Hey son, you missed the tier list. Just go back to the point where you just look at the screenshot and you don't listen to any explanations. No, then go ahead and put your replay in the queue. Okay, we're doing synchro summon stuff now. What is that guy? Is that a level 1 that is 3 dinos? Jirac dinosaurs. Like Llanowar elves. Gives me the same vibe of 3 dinosaurs. Yeah, you really impressed me with the Battle Wasp, so it went straight to the top. Okay, here's Astero. Set the volcano. We're misking for a 2. Baby Cerosaurus, sure. Hello, Luna. Okay, we summon. Welcome to the dojo, Luna. How are you doing? Right now we're doing replays. We're looking at a Jirac combo. And this daily dose of dojo counter needs to be fixed. It's on my to-do list. Okay. What do we have here? So you need to activate these spells before, because this will destroy everything. But you have a big enough dino to destroy everything. So you can just destroy everything. And then you have plenty of dinos in the graveyard to summon multiple meteors. So you can go Meteor, Reborn, Meteor, Reborn, Meteor, Reborn. My goodness, Billy. Do you want me to watch the replays or no? Killing the unicorn. Alright, I don't know what sound that is. Is that the sub sound? What do I see on board? What do you mean? What are you confused about? It's just Kashtira Fiendsmith here. That's what's happening. That do. That song, is that the sub sound, or what am I hearing that for? Because if somebody got a sub, I don't see it, and I want to thank you. Okay, here's UCT. On their turn, doing a lot of searching. Astero now. Wait! Oh, no. And stopping an inherent summon. I see. Much funnier. And then you can blow up the field, and then your dinos go to grave. That's kind of interesting. That is a unique gameplay where it is repetitive pops. You know what other deck does repetitive pops? Detonator! And is cool while doing it. Dinosaurs are cool, though. Yeah, you had many booms. And booming also sets up your other booms. Alright. Otaku. 804 Otaku. Are we friends? 804. Dino DNA. Well, actually, we mixed it with frog DNA. Replay against Blue Eyes, please. Definition of draw the out. Alright, so we're playing Mermail. Our Rhine gets ashed. Unfortunate. But this means Shadow Squad summons the Prince. Okay, get the Princestrel. He chains Lancey here, which is a mistake. Because if you don't... Okay. If you don't chain Lancey here, there's Minstrel Prince. I mean, if you fire off Lancia preemptively, after they search Minstrel, there's a priority pass and you can activate Minstrel. So what you should do is fire off the Lancia, and then what do? You have to normal summon, either normal summon Dragoons, like you can normal summon Infantry Dragoons, normal summon Infantry, normal summon Dragoons, link the other thing. Like, you have to do some weird plays. Because you can Reborn Shadow Squad, discard Dragoons for that, overlay 7, like, do some stuff, but it's weird. And this gets Mulan straight away. You need to search UCT on the opponent's turn because the deck burns through all its resources, so your turn 3, summon UCT, summon do cards, attack directly. That's funny. Okay, so here's this. Okay, getting Minstrel here. Why? Poseidra Synchro Summon, sure. Linking with Mulan here. I don't like this play at all. Otaku, you play that better. Yeah, impermanent, sure. Okay, draw a Teus. By Lancia. Why does Lancia not trigger? Does it have to be destroyed? Do you not play a Trishula? That's why. There's no Trishula in the extra deck. Alright, so skip battle phase. Can't Teus. Set is Drill Beam. We fire off Maxi now. Has the Ash Blossom. Okay, so we have Prince versus Ether. Looks like sound might have desynced. I thought we were scot-free on the quality. We were doing so good. It was perfect. So let's see if we can figure it out. Somehow, my bitrate is too high. It keeps jumping up Yeah, there is a desync. Hold on. Twitch inspector. Loading status. Networking or encoding issues. Hmm. It says stable again. Is it fixed? All right, goodbye, Sam. Thank you. All right, give me 1 second, guys. Okay, so I restarted. You guys said it was fixed. I lowered bitrate from 58 to 55. Because Twitch is having problems at... Okay, it seems stable again. Okay. So, by the way, on the 16th, you gotta prove a point against Pride during a 6v6. What? What do you mean? What does that mean? And is your song heavy for you? Yes, I liked it. Screaming stuff, I'm not such a fan, but I do enjoy the heaviness. Okay, back to the queue. Otaku's replay, check. Billy Gremlin's replay. Billy, you're from Hungary, right? What's this Japanese in your name? Pride Oxide said that Mermail couldn't beat Ubel going seconds. Now you gotta prove him. I see. 228, yes. First replay. Okay, Flu versus Exodia, come on. What rank is your opponent here? You're just bullying. What rank is this, Billy? Gold. Billy, this is bullying. Take Consecrated Light. Okay, Valor Eaglin. Dodge. That is the type of power that this brings to the deck. So I've said budget Flu is good, but if you like playing Flu, this improves the deck's consistency and ability to play through hand traps quite a lot. If you like playing Flu at all, you need to craft these. Floodgate Battle. Yes. Which card did he take from you here? He took Eaglin. I think you always take Rabina. Because Eaglin by itself isn't combo. They at least need something else. Put 2 back, draw max C. Love to see it. Okay, Duster Us. Starter plays Yeah, he didn't take Rabina, bozo. But he's a Floodgate duelist in gold. What can you expect from him? Here we go. Apex Avian, and because of Consecrated Light, he can't even summon Exodia. Normal summon the out to Consecrated Light that you gave him, and then scoop? What are you doing? That was some gold gameplay. You can use your favorite emote at full, the Rabina gun. Whose is that? I'm trying to mouse over it. Arfa. Okay, Otaku wants us to look at the second replay and the fourth one. Sure. Replays. Second replay. Huh? I see 3 cards that don't normally go together here. Okay, we're doing some goofy Mermail stuff again. Yeah, Chronomaly spotted. Can we look at his extra? Nope. We can look at the list after. Okay, right. So Adventure Stuff is not doing anything fun or fair nowadays. It's only doing unfun stuff. Where's Junk Speeder? Or Dugaras? Yeah, if they're doing adventure stuff, they're not trying to play the game. Sequence? Lacrima? For Anomaly, equip Dugaras. Have your opponent's life. Okay, now we only have to burn for 4,000. That is not a song I've heard in a long time. There were some other, like, new Skillet songs that I heard recently that I was like, hell yeah. Big flashbacks. Summon a second Chronomaly. Not hard once per turn. Have your life again. You can't hear the music. It could be too quiet. I normally have it louder. How did you change Dystopia's attack? Now I need to see that again. I missed it. I'm gonna ban you, Luna. We have to watch this stupid FTK again, because I missed it. I was right, though. Adventure is not doing anything fun or fair. It's just being used to FTK. I wish you could go backwards in a replay, then I wouldn't have to start it over. Well, many FTKs died to a single Veiler. Sundry, no! Sundry likes garbage too much. I looked at the duel log. But then it just said Celestial was 1,600. And didn't explain why it was burning. And by my count, the opponent should be at 2,000 life points. Meeps would like this deck. Okay, Final Atlantis. Okay, have their life points down to 2,000. Lacrima then activates to burn for 12. Opponent is at 800, so single Cowboy would be lethal. Foolish Fusion Destiny into Dystopia. If this card is special summon, target one level hero, lower Destiny hero, inflict damage equal to that target's attack. Okay. I don't know why I was thinking that it was using the change. I just completely remembered Dystopia's effect wrong. So just burn for 16 here because this is 1600. I see. This makes sense. We got it. We figured it out. There we go. Opponent is on 800. I am not opponent. I am a person. You're right. You're right. Destiny Hero, Fiendsmith. Yeah. Alright. Sundry, close your eyes. Sundry, you're not allowed to look. Don't look at this. Close your eyes, Sundry. Don't screenshot this. 1 Purulia. 2 Fulos. I suppose. No, Luna, you can't. All right, and the 4th Otaku replay. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, versus Malice. Let's see. And then Sundry has a replay. Sundry, did you see anything? Sundry, no! Okay, Malice doing things. Hello, X-Maui. Yeah, that was an interesting FTK. Chronomaly stuff, though, like, I don't know, man. There's these types of things that, like, will never be used, like, in a fair context only for FTK. When you misplay but draw Crazy 101, class teacher, and dumb Malice player and die. Yeah, so if you play 2 Destiny heroes, you can play DPE or that and, like, flex either way. We add to Malice to deal effectively with Ryzeal going second? I don't know yet. Alright, so I'm not paying attention to how good his board is, to his plays. Okay, so Firewall activate. Okay. Huh? What? End access? I'm sorry. I'm sorry. What? Firewall Dragon. Return Splash Mage and Hair. Link Firewall Dragon into access code Talker Pass. There are some times you want to end on access code, but you put it in the EMZ because you can't make Apollo. And then you co-link it to Firewall here. And if you're gonna Firewall bounce, you bounce Firewall himself. Like, that would be better if you Firewall bounce itself in Hair, and then link Firewall again. Because then you have Firewall here. Instead of Access Code Talker. What does Access Code Talker do here? I'll give you a hint. Access Code Talker doesn't do anything. He just sits there. The law of big numbers? No, the law of get bounced. Okay, that Max C is more effective. Thanks, Max C. 6300 is big. I did enjoy making 6300 Axis Code Talker on turn 3 in Tri-Brigade, but that's not what's happening here. He summoned big Axis Code Talker instead of meaningful interaction. Alright, Axis, or Apollo's eating our hand. Prince. Oh yeah, Prince is mandatory. I think I would have sent Poseidra for our guy. Here's Cole. So, wait a second. What's happening? Chainlink 1. Oh, okay. Rhine Chainlink 1. I see. I see. I thought we used Rhine. I was confused about who activated all. Banish the Rhine, sure thing. Yeah, I think this is the game. We're definitely talking about ending on access code. Did he even set 7? Okay, he's activating it now. Good. I was like, good lord, bozo. Okay, Coelacanth is going to solve this. Never mind. Okay, Poseidra will solve this. See, here you could send Prince, Reborn the other Poseidra, bounce everything. You didn't win a single coin toss? Well, I went 7 and 33 one day in coins. And I've not paid attention since. Alright, what are you doing? King? How does King solve your problems here? Over a white binder for 100, sure. I'm sorry that you died. I feel like you could have played it differently. Okay, now Sundry has a replay. Second from the top. Tristran versus Blue Eyes. How do I go about submitting a replay? So you just go ahead and put in your code, your friend code or whatever, and tell me where it is. I have a redeem on Twitch, so then it shows up in the queue. But that's literally so that it gets organized. Excuse me, but opponent trolling after maxing and having every single hand trap in its deck. How could you have won that? I don't know. I didn't even see the droll. So if there was droll involved, very, very hard. I missed that. Negate Ether. Ash the Spirit. And now he gets to True Light. There's Wishes, safe from Ash. Majesty. Baylor. Droll him here. So you could have drolled on the Spirit, and then he only has Mausoleum. This is a goofy game. You should change your picture to 2 maxis. That would require effort. Okay, Fist here. Fist for Sulfador. We get to pitch it here. Opponent has Maxi. We have a Talons. Trying to deny Blue Eyes access is fine. Talons draw. Summon Smiker. What are we doing here? Is this the Typhon game? Alright, X-Maui, we'll take a look. Alright, Ash the Seals, sure. Sulfidor Double Foolish. Inclusion. Reborn. Lovely, lovely. Can we kill? Skeletus, yep. Yep. Get back inclusion, sure thing. Ash the Smiger. Where is Cluster? Was that Smiger supposed to be Cluster? It's okay, we transform anyways. Lancia here. We've already banished everything. I don't think it matters anymore. Alright, here's a Nova Infinity. That's 27 plus 26, a little bit short of lethal. We need another dude. But we haven't used inclusion yet. That'll fix it. Because we foolished it. Attack. Ether. Negate. Somehow no drill plus other cards. Load. Now we get to cluster pop that and True Light. Perfect. He can chain the True Light to set, though. But he's out of things to set. Goodbye, cards. Okay, we're going to Roar Maiden. There's Blue Eyes. Here's Maiden. Majesty Now. Majesty Now is strange. Okay, we're summoning the Jet. That makes more sense. We can summon Kaiser. Not destroyed. Set a trap. Jet in, return it. In for a little bit of damage. Maiden Reborns. Handy. Alright, goodbye, Otaku. Thanks for coming around. Kaiser into Spirit. Alright, we're just ending on Tyrant Jet? Okay. Cannot destroy the Jet. Trying to eat interaction. Not destroyed, so Sulfidor doesn't summon. Banished, so that doesn't summon. Illusion. This could be a Typhon line. Typhon over this is 26, so we just need 100 other damage somewhere, which is going to be hard. Skeletus, so summon something else. Synchro second Skeletus for lethal. Or Gandrax, same thing. Gandrax, get rid of your cards. Gandrax over Spirit for lethal. Let's go. Woo! Damage over monster for game. Nice. You could have raised the Typhon win rate, though. I see you're not invested in the robot. All right, Maui has a replay. Chef Boyardee. All right. 2 spicy ones public. Okay, so let's take a look. So this is Apex Avian Loop, and this is Duelist Cup from a while ago. You were machine locked early. I see. That makes sense. All right, he's on Snake Eyes, so it seems. I don't know why you fire off Max either. There's not more inherent summons. You can wait, but it doesn't ultimately matter. Okay, he self-rolls under the Maxi. This is turn 1, so he's got to set up a board and not kill. There's Oak, my beloved. Okay, I mask. Princess. Princess Reborn Flamby. Place the IP. Make Amblo Whale here. Make Nightingale, because it's during Tenpai, as you said. Sark. Okay, so the opponent did select going first. I had to check. You think the new 6 Samurai stuff is worth keeping? I think so. I think it has really, really high potential, but if you're not going to play it... So 6 Samurai has a lot of URs in Archetype already. The Link Monster, Gateways, new and old Xian, Naturia Beast if you want to go that route. A whole bunch of Black Wings moving zones. Reborn a guy, bounce it, reborn a guy, play it. We're going to summon more guys. Looks like yes, reborn a guy. There's Beals. Okay, what are we doing? What are you doing with gimmicks and Black Wings? Give them the Beals. SP. No Thung, a little bit of burn. We have this guy, and then this is an infinite loop of death. Do you take damage? Activate, you take damage. 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 Woo! Dead. How do we give them the Beal? That did fly by. I see. We summon Beals, and then we give it to them with Machine X. That's funny. The people who want to play SS, 6 Samurai, don't open the Detonate Top Speed deck. Yes. So if you want to play 6 Samurai, the only Ultra you need from that pack specifically is the new Xian. I haven't looked at any list. So after this replay, we'll look at 6 Samurai, and then we'll play some Ryzeal. All right, so this is Fiendsmith. What is this? Allures. All right. So Maui likes to give his opponent cards. Yeah, I heard that there was one. Somebody mentioned that there was a single list. Is it a master list or what is that list? Okay. Magna Flurry, disappointing. Very upsetting. Okay, it's your queen, Master 5. Not inspiring a lot of confidence. Reaper Docus. Trade this out for a monster. 2 monsters. Tomahawk. Oh, it's never going anywhere good with Tomahawk. Okay, Samorg. IP Link Spider. What are we doing with Link Spider? Turning it into SP. You banish Sorrow, sure. Avermax Apex Avian. Okay, you must attack Avermax. It was made with IP, wasn't it? It was. And we have infinite negate, so you have to activate and then chain immediately to Apex Avian. So you have to have Droplet or Chalice or Book of Moon or something like that. Otherwise, we just negate and summon. Negate and summon. Negate and summon. Yep. Negate. And then he can only attack Avermax. Goodbye, bozo. Those were funny. These are funny decks. All right, I need to use the bathroom. I will BRB. Sundry, BRB me. Do the thing. Okay, welcome back, guys. This is the list on Master Duel Meta. So 1 tactical trainer. Vanillas. This one's a warrior tuner, and this is a 6 samurai monster. Anarchist monk, Kizan, gateway smoke signal, new 6 samurais, Trisukta as well. So let's actually check Master Duel Meta. Where's the new August pack stuff? Where's the 6 samurai channel? Is it way down here? Not new, not tiered. All right, it's lost. Okay. Wait, why are my new channels not... I want the new channels. Yeah, give me these, because I couldn't find them. Six Samurai got moved. Open up the full thing. Okay, pins. Yeah, what's the discussion about this? No discussion. This is another Six Samurai list. One Shien, two new Shien. Boral Savage, two Shogun. I'm missing one Shien and the Shoguns. I have 0 Shogun. This is an old list with Trishula Loop. So this looks decent. I'd have to honestly read these. You can make Alan Bershin with enough level 4s. Oh man, we have Dojo. But we don't have any Uniteds, which is sad. Oops. All right, so let's check that United. Who's playing United? Why is this in Spanish? Somebody is playing a cash tier list with United. That's it. All right. Let's build this real quick and just see what I'm missing. Tactician or whatever his name is. This guy. Higeki is still good. Ash. One-Headed Girl. Three the new guy, 3 Kizan. One other Kizan or whatever his name is. Kizaru, that's his name. 1 Spirit, 1 Grandmaster. Of course, we need Rhoda. Man, I don't like that the bookmark search keeps the text search. I dismantled the nuclear wing guy. Living Fossil. Gearblade. No Uniteds. Rip. Cunning, one Asceticism, Dojo. That's really annoying. I'm very annoyed by switching back and forth. Followed by 2 Imperm. Alright, what is this? Oh, that's the 6 Samurai Strike. Two of that, one of that. And then, I don't know what this other super rare equip spell is. Super rare equip spell. This one, swords. Boral Savage. Do I have Boral bookmarked? Oh, Invoker. I might not have Invoker. I don't. Oh, I already had two in the deck. I didn't realize I had a Saryuja. Been cracking and bleeding? What do you mean? That doesn't sound good at all. We have enough dust for those. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 you are. Dry weather, too bad. Yeah, 2 Shogun, 1 new guy, 1 Invoker. And you don't necessarily need Invoker. I might build it. I gotta think about it, because I want to use my dust on Tachyon stuff. If you control 6 Samurai other than this, you can summon it. Inherent summon, very, very good. You can only summon an Anarchist once per turn this way. Oh, why did they have to put that line on it? Give us more Kizans. You only use each of the following effects once per turn. Fine. This is sent from field to grave. Add a 6 Samurai quick play spell from your deck to hand. Very good. All 6 Samurais, the levels of opponent's monsters are reduced by 1. I think that's good. You have an idea for a trap card? Okay, we'll hear it. And Tactical Trainer. Same thing. You can summon it, but only once. Rainbow Life. This is sent from field to grave. Add a 6 strike card from deck or grave. And their monsters lose attack. Okay, so these are decent. Floret de Floor. Target a level 2 or lower monster. Summon it. Destroy that monster. Sure. Sent from the spell and trap zone to the graveyard. Equip it to a synchro monster. Okay, that's cool. So you reborn a tuner, synchro summon, and then target your synchro monster and it gets bigger. That's cool. That's an interesting card. This is a cool card. And it's Baron's Sword. You have 19 from activating it. Okay. This is a 6 strike. Wait, this searches a 6 Samurai. Quick play spell, which should be one of these two. This one searches a 6 strike, which is this one. Play the effects, and then if you have 2 or more, both. So summon a 6 Samurai from your hand or graveyard. Okay. Change one monster your opponent controls 2000 attack to face down. Okay. So it's Monster Reborn, and then it can be also Book of Moon. And then you just make Baron, Xian, new 6 Samurais. New Xian is level 6. Old one is level 5. If the synchro summon, add a 6 Samurai monster or Xian effect monster from deck or grave to hand. Good. And that's not once per turn. No counter trap. This isn't my list. Once per turn, when your opponent activates an effect, negate the activation. Oh, monster effect. Okay, so they needed this card way back when. This card in the field will be destroyed. You can destroy a monster you control instead. Good. Yeah, and also adds back. New Inishi. So, old Inishi bounced as a quick effect was very good. Same stats. If this is synchro summon, banish any number of 6 samurais from your grave, target that many monster, return those to hand. Okay, very good. Is there a way to synchro summon in the opponent's turn? If this is sent to the graveyard, summon of you banish 6. Okay. And new Kizan. 6 samurai gain 600, sure. During your opponent's main phase, banish 1 6 strike from your graveyard and destroy a card. Okay. New Kizan. Is this what his armor looks like? Because the Inishi looks the same. Also, I'm not sure what's happening with this arm here. No, he's like from the back. So it could be the same. It could be different. This is like a navy or black armor. And it could be the same armor. It just looks really, really bulky and different from this. I haven't read this one. No. Banish 2 6 samurai. Target is 6 samurai. Summon it. Okay. I don't like the like ninja stuff. I feel like they shouldn't apply. Cunning swaps out. No, I don't think you can synchro summon on the opponent's turn. Alright, somebody show me replays with this deck. You should read Rainbow Life Effect. Yeah, you discard a card, and anytime you take damage, you gain life instead. But what are you doing to, like, take 19,000 damage? We have 1,500 gems. Can we pull 7th Tachyon? Master Pack only. No! So, Blow got automated. I didn't even notice. Alright, so I want to play this deck. Is this in the 6 Samurai pack or only the new? It is. So we need some of these. So we'll spend 1,000 gems on the 6 Samurai pack. And we're going to pull this. And dismantle garbage. Geek. Simply pull 2 Shogun. That's the plan. I'm gonna. Obviously. We're gonna pull 2 Shogun and 3 7th Tachyon. 3 7th Tachyon. 4 supers. Okay. Yeah, I need the Tachyon, so we're gonna pull them. Oops, didn't mean to click on that. A 5th copy of Cyber. Yes. Surely we pull something good. Hey! Okay, I think I did need a smoke signal. I need a smoke signal, the new super rare guy. I hate secret packs. They are a scam. Ooh. Okay, don't need more Fumas. 7th Tachyon. I don't even know who you are. Shogun. I'll take it. I will take it. Upgrade? You are? It shouldn't be allowed to show you the Utopia Doom Broker to go with your Geek Boy. No! These are getting dusted. Goodbye. I don't want either of these. Okay, goodbye, 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 goodbye. I don't need extras. That. Goodbye. Okay, is there something else we can dismantle? We don't need more super rares. They're ultra rares we can dismantle. Probably. There probably are URs I could dismantle that I don't feel. See, the problem is, I want to hypothetically keep all these cards. Probably not the Azamina. Probably not this lady. I keep looking at this. The single random Big Jaws. Well, that is for Ryzeal. These garbage degenerate cards. Lad, no, I want to keep that for old formats. I don't know. I'll just craft one 7th Tachyon for now. I'll hold off on crafting these because I will need this one. How do I get this? Okay, I'm not opening that. So we'll just craft this now so I don't forget. Not like I can forget. Alright, fine. Can't play 6 Samurai yet. We need Shogun. And the Lad Fusion, used and branded sometime. One 7th Tachyon. Okay, this means we need Masquerade back in the deck. Oh, wait. What number is Masquerade? I want to say Konami should allow you to dismantle cards from the Legacy pack. I would accept that. You get 3rd Rabbit or 3rd Hare? 3rd Rabbit. Some people do cut Hare. People do not cut Rabbit. Alright, so what don't we play anymore? Zeus? We also don't have Photon Blast in here. And then what can we cut? I put in 2 Thrust. The Droll and Valor are just random interaction. Alright, back to the ladder. I have about an hour. And we will win games today. For sure. we'll win all of the games. YouTube says 2 concurrent viewers, but also 4. Say hi if you're from YouTube. You don't need a 9th copy of Blue Whale. I wish you could dismantle Legacy Pack stuff. Oh, events. Hold on. Luna follow the I think it was just a follow sound. Okay, ice. Okay, remind me of the combo. Ice, sword. Did Blow Me Away ever play? Okay, we have X'd already, so we get star. We need to Xyz here. And we don't need Banshee, so I'm just going to go Granite here because I already have Star and X'd. So watch this. Free Nibiru. Summon Star. Activate Star. Set Cross. Activate Cross. Okay, now we summon X'd by sending Aggregator in defense. X'd is very, very weak. Activate, negate my own Granite, sure. X'd gets Node. Okay, now we are Nibsolated. Here's Duo. Duo effect. Attach. What do you got? Duo effect. Imperm. No! Okay. This is still fine. Like, I'm still okay with this. I just don't go Super Plus. Summon Node. Activate Node. I don't need Granite anymore. I'm really taking it for Granite. And then we start detonating. Kaboom! Look at that guy. Magna? Alright, so you get me if you have Nibiru. If you have Nibiru, sure. We'll now attach this. Go ahead. Huzzah! No Nibiru. Okay, this is probably not the mirror. Because he's got Magnuma in his deck. Okay, come on, do something. So I don't have plug and hole. So if I let it get destroyed, activate aggregator, chain link 1, chain link 2 aggregator, can't negate it. I can respond to... Okay. So we respond to this with detonator. Target himself. Maxi. Now you're gonna magma. That's fine. I'm just gonna negate it again. That cross is not a fair card. Detonator's negated, sure. Summon rabbit. I draw a card. Activate your rabbit, chainlink 1, I dare you. Okay, I won't activate aggregator then. If you're not going to activate your rabbit. That's fine. Okay, here's a Mickey Mouse. Squeak! We're not going to detonate. The Veiler. Yeah, we veil this one. Magna and a mystery card left in hand. I think I have one glossy mouse, but I can't remember. I might just be completely wrong. Splash Mage, sure. Okay. Gonna ogre this. That the link 2 goes away. The zone doesn't matter. So you still get your mouse back, but mouse has been activated and veilered. Did it not? Yeah, it has been used. So I'm not about to nib, but I can. Gotcha! Boom. No, I'm just completely misremembering. I have Glossy Cryptor. No Glossy Underground. No Rabbit. No Mouse. No Hair. I hope that was a convincing W. Alright, opponent's on a rank down game. They're tilted. We win the flip. He's as still as a statue. Okay, we have ice and hand traps. 2 Charmies are not awesome. And we have to normal summon ice here. So... we could go ice, axed, or ice sword. Ice, sword, get axed. No, sword can get... sword can get another ice. I can summon ice, make detonator, or pass. Ice gives him 1 single draw, and I get a detonator that he's got to clear, and then still fight through these. And it plays next turn. So if he stops this... Okay, summon from the deck. Sword. Ice. Maybe this should be an X'd. And then we get detonating. Because if he doesn't clear this, like, I think that's okay. Okay, his own ice. Okay. Hello, Drakus. How are you doing? We've reached the part of the stream where we're just now playing on ladder again. How are you enjoying Ryzeal format? Okay, you want to plug in your ice? Sure. And if I just pass, even if I Puru Fuwa, like I stop the ice, Just finished training with your Raid Raptors. How are Raid Raptors treating you? What rank are you? Another ice? And then what? We can detonate Veil Duo Drive? Summon ice? Or is this a detonator? His own detonator, sure. Detonator, detonate. I'm fine to lose my detonator. Detonator, detonate. He's plugged in already. And then whether or not you want to destroy, I don't care. Now I think you do detonate my detonator. Yep, this is fine. Now we're in a hostage situation where we both have a detonator, and we're about to blow him. Kaboom! Failed. Kaboom! No attach. Now my Charmies are online, but he's done. So now we're in a dangerous situation where I can summon Ice. And if he stops my Ice, I have no follow-up. I could discard. Yeah, they'll detonate me, but didn't expect my detonator could detonate too, so both detonators will detonate each other detonating. So I can guaranteed... I think so I can use all of my cards. I think that is better. You've not yet played in PvP, so you're in Silver 5? Okay. Well, I think that low ranks are quite easy. So I think I'm going to summon Ice. It's much, much higher ceiling. Hold on. But if I can resolve Duo. Hold on. What are we playing around? So if we go Duo and get negated, I've also used up all my cards. So it's just better to go Ice and pray. Okay, he maxes here. We can... Targeted Ryzeal and Reap summon it, but negate its X shit. So we'll go Star then. You get a draw. I'll activate Star. Activate Droll. Because I don't want to give you any more cards. We have to plug in. Or have cross. So we're going to cross detonate. Dual Dread doesn't do anything, nor do the other Xyz right now. Search, Reborn. Duo searches 2 cards. So it's Detonator. Double ulti is basically God until you get a few more ranks. Agree. Okay, Detonator. We will attach the light Ryzeal. Battle phase. So we're in a similar situation, except our Charmies will never happen. And if Cross survives, we can start putting this back. Detonator, fine. I mean, that's fine. Bonfire is fine. Ext is a problem. And we need to detonate it. Yep, send Aggregator. Summon Ext. I think the target is Detonator with Aggregator. Okay, no effects at all. Gooski. What's our out to Gooski? We draw Ext. We did it! Woo! I said we draw Ext, and we drew Ext. All right, I need 1 segundo. Why is this over here? Oops, hold on. Shit. All right, I'm trying to play and run a diagnostics. All right, so they Puru'd, so we can... I think we just pass here. Hail Hydrate. Either Sword or Ext are at least 2 draws. And I'm not sure that that's what I want. I'm going to fire off one Fua now. He's not a small world, right? Yep, searching Ash Blossom, which is why I fired off one Fua before. Okay, 7th Tachyon as well, going also -1. Excuse me, Task Manager, I didn't want you over here. To put it over here. So this is giving me really, really high GPU usage. But my Task Manager is not. So I don't know what that's about. Next. Node. Okay, I'll use second Fua now, which I think will eat the Ash, but it might not. Like, he might just be fine with it. All right, what was that? Ice? Cool. So overlaying these two is plus 1,000 for 65. Yep. Okay, here's Duo. Draw 2. Nice. So we have two options here. In Ogre, he negates and doesn't resolve it. Okay, Ogre either way. Oh no, Ogre he negates because he's attaching one. So I think I just imperm it. On summon. Because one Duo is in the graveyard. Because he sent it to X. The fact that Turbo Baguska, sorry, Ryzeal can end their turn on a detonator under the or Ryzen. The fact that Turbo Baguska, sorry, Ryzeal can end their turn in detonator. Yes, surprisingly good. That's already an interruption. Because detonator is an interruption? What are we saying here? So now he's not sure what to do. Summon Node. Dugaras get 2 more draws, sure. Is his last card Ash? Is he reborning or drawing? Double the attack. Okay, this becomes 5,000 plus 3,000. So, I am dead. Because cross just negate the Ghost Ogre. Yep. Ooh. Ooh. Okay, 1 second. Just got stunted on by... Okay, we keep going. We don't let 1 loss deter us. I think we should... I don't know. The problem with Charmy is... So you're making your cards dead either way. You're passing on Ryzeal stuff and making your Charmies dead. Or you're using your Charmies and not the Ryzeals, because the Ryzeals aren't interaction. Veil Masquerade. I will neg 1 for ice. Got him. Summon Tyranno Infinity and domed me for 9k. That is funny. That is funny. Win the flip again. Love to see it. Have I already used Harvey's Featherstorm? I have. It's on the chopping block, though. Node, sword. Okay, sword is my weakest play. Diabolical for running that. I'm not, and I'm not the only one. GG didn't want to go second versus Ryze. Okay, rank up game. We will win. Lose the flip. That's okay. We're gonna hold our Fua for a sec. Seventh Tachyon. Do we ash that? No, he's getting the shark thing. Sure, summon your shark. Add a fish shark. Okay. I'm gonna fire this up now because it doesn't make a difference. Now it's in response to summon. technically correct is in response to summon. Okay, ice. Ice can summon Star, and then my Ash doesn't work. And you just overlay, yep, there's the Star. And we can't Ogre and Ash. Hold on, we can Ogre it, he negates, and then we Ash. No, 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 he doesn't have a Ryzeal engraved, never mind. Doesn't work. Frick. Yep. 3-mat duo. Second ice doesn't work. Damn you, Ryzeal Cross. Is there a way to search Storm? It thrust. I started with 3 thrust, but the number of thrust has gone down. So I'm on single thrust right now. These two would be more 7th Tachyon. I think I have 2 node, so the node could become a thrust again. That's fine. Unforge. And there's no Harpies I can play. Like, there's not a Harpy Xyz. There's Harpy's Pet Dragon or whatever. Harpy's Pet Phantasmal Dragon. We can Ogre it, but it's the same result, where he detaches off Duo. No. Phantasmal Dragon requires wins. I don't know that Ryzeal is more expensive than Malice. I think they're really, really similar. Why no Detonator? Did you forget about Detonator? Ice. And do I know your set? I probably should have paid attention to his cards. Yes, you're right. Phantasmal Dragon requires wins. We don't need this. Did he search Hole? Flip. Now there's nothing I can do. At all. Because this inherent summon locks you out of... There's nothing I can do. I don't know what he was playing around. Okay. I think that was our rank of game that we lost. Okay, we'll maxi immediately. Could be Ryzeal. He negates if he has it, yep. Play around talents. All right, I need to finish this game. Falling upwards with malice. That's good. I'm looking for something. Hold on. I don't know if ogre's gonna. Hope I don't time out. Okay, no ogre yet. Good. You were telling Sam yesterday, like horribly misplaying constantly. People just FF anyways. Yeah. People do that. People just concede when you like have the good deck, even when it like isn't gonna be the thing. Yeah, we did. We're just talking about you, Sam. All right, I put an ice pack under. Oh my goodness, what is happening here? Like a coffee mess. Oops. Welcome back, Sam. Really annoying. Lacrima is activated. You want to use this as material. I also have a window problem. Hold on. Jeez Louise, I'm having problems. Okay. Am I the only one who wants your cam is frozen? What do you mean? My cam is frozen. Oh my goodness, why is my cam frozen? All right, thank you. Yeah, I don't know what happened, but I had to turn it off and on. I'm also putting an ice pack against my computer. Ouch, it's literally burning me. To try and see if thermal throttling is my problem. Because it could be. How did you summon Desiree? Am I disconnected? I think it is. I mean, nothing is happening right now. It is burning me. Ouch. Okay, GPU temp has gone down 5 degrees, and it has stabilized my frame rate. That took 4.5 minutes. SP is dead. Normal summon ice. So that's kind of frustrating that my computer is thermal throttling. Although there aren't effects happening right now, but I did bring down the temperature 6 degrees. "12 engine pieces, 1 searcher, 3 extra deck cards, 4 searchers. Oh, I'm summoning X. Oops. That's okay. I have enough extension. This has to get node here. I have sword. Detach 1. Destroy face-up monsters up to the number of Adignises. So that forces it. But Banshee, if I get to star, like, also fixes it. System cooling. Well, you see, the cooling is I put my computer on some rolls of tape. And then what I did is I put an ice pack underneath it. And I don't know if you can see this number here, 85. It dropped from 90, and it completely, like, stabilized my frame rate and my GPU usage, which is honestly frustrating as hell. Okay, so if he negates star, what the hell is he doing here? That's not fair. This is the second time I've gotten got by Clatter's Floater. Fuck this card. All right, we'll just play around it. We still have sword. So we send Banshee. I don't need it. Summon X'd. And if he wants to negate, that's fine. Fine, fine, fine. Don't care. I have cross out for his hand trap. We summon Star. I want to see them in the deck editor because I hear these numbers, but I need to look at them. Okay. Duo. According to Sam, yes. Yeah, Goblin Biker's trying to eat. Damien plays Goblin Bikers. I'm sure he'd be down for that. I am missing a material. Okay, we've used these two. So we need plugin, hole. This can damage step negate, so we just need to make sure to have a material. So we go X'd. Okay, we're gonna get detonating. Detonator attach. You get one of the level 6. The UR? Or wait, the Crazy Beast? No, I don't know what I'm thinking of. Gone Wild. Nice! Attack. No. I think I lose by him having... I don't know. I don't think this game is losable. Duster. Duster's a way to lose. Ryzeal cross. So Desiree. No response. Resolves. Use effective Ryzeal cross. Nope. Okay. Does this? Who do I want to clear? SP does not clear us, although it is annoying with Detonator. Like, Detonator, it forces Detonator pop it. So we just take care of it now. Okay, gotcha. Easy peasy. Okay, Engraver. I think I let it, and then I just hold both of them. Yeah, he can detach. He can resummon Clatter's Floater. And then one last card. Catch the card? Yes. Haha, gotcha. Easy peasy. And I even fixed my cooling things. Okay, so you can see here. I'm 84 degrees. 83, nice. Going down because my... it's touching an ice pack. It was at 90 and having a problem. Okay, we will rank up. We go first. Okay, we're on the play. Hua. Fine. Send. X effect. No aggregate. Ash this. Fine. No response. Now the cool thing. Normal summon Fua. Xyz summon Detonator. I mean Duo Drive. I was just kidding. It's Duo Drive. Okay, we still need to find 2 other cards. We've normal summoned. So we get Sword. Sword will then summon. We've summoned X, so we can get Sword Node. Detonator. We lose out. No, we don't necessarily lose out on plugin. Because Sword can go get us Star. There we go. Summon Node for free. We can trade something out, but I don't want to. Detonator. So second draw. I'm not sure if I should be summoning Detonator in defense. I think no. Detonator attach Aggregator. And then we summon the Star. I think I should put Node back, so I should have detached Node here. We can set Plasma Hole or Plugin. If you're only going for one, which is it? Let's go for Plugin. And draw one more card. So basically full combo. And we played through Ashfua. Attack position for aura purposes. Yeah. I wish I had a Royal Detonator. I'm not gonna force one. I think this is fine. And then I pop, because it sets, so he activates load, I detonate. Chain Droplet. Annoying. Send a monster. Send 2 monsters. If I chain plugin, nothing happens. Yep, make my guys smaller. So we still have cross. Roar here. I'm not going to be adding more cards, so I'm going to droll. Lingaribo is carried. Lingaribo is really good. Okay, you're going to roar. And then when is it? Until the end of your opponent's turn. Yep. Yes. Detonator detaches for cost. So yes. So like if he goes Fiendschmidt, Requiem. If he goes Requiem, I can chain Detonator, target anything. It's negated. Summons Fiendsmith Lacrima from the deck. Aggregator will negate it. But I can also just cross the thing in response. I don't know what you're trying to go for. Wait, what is this doing in the deck? Okay, so I can either... I think it is better to stop it rather than... Oh, he's just gonna... Okay. Attack my star, fine. So I allow this because cross will stop it. Oh no, I should have chain plug-in. Because I wanted to reborn the star plug-in detonator. It's okay. I don't think he can do much. He's cooked. He's done with the game. Okay. Very, very nice. So I went 3-1 going first, 3-1 going second, because I learned a lot about Ryzeal yesterday, so that led to 6-2. Big increase. Unfortunately, I need to end the stream now. So goodbye, YouTube. Make sure to subscribe.